Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Kerbal Space Program. Last time we launched our craft into orbit to go to the moon. However, I noticed our tracking station doesn't allow for maneuver nodes. I thought that was lower in the tier, but apparently not. So right now we cannot do maneuver nodes. It's not actually what I wanted to do. So we're going to go ahead and do this episode basically as a grinding episode. We need quite a lot of credit. So the best way to get credit is to either do missions or simply have spacecraft that last gets recovered. So let's go to the mission control and see if there's anything of interest. That didn't happen? Oh, right. We didn't do that yet. Okay. So, I'm basically going to edit the goal and put a better engine on it. Simply because the goal does just not have a good enough engine. This is the engine here it's using, the Juno. It has a 25 thrust. The thing is triple that. That's too big. That's too big as well. What I can do just to simply put 3 of them on. I don't know how that's going to change its profile at all. It's probably going to, yeah, it's going to start pulling up a little bit, but that's fine. These 3 engines should allow us to get all the way up to 7,000 meters, which is what I need. That is about more not to do that, just to... Yeah, thank you. Why did you do that for? So still accelerating, which is nice. Oh, you know something? Wait. Yeah. I forgot the parachute! Yay! I'm just gonna go ahead and, rip the ass end off, or the back end off, sorry, whatever you want to say. Payload. And just throw this thing on. It's gonna slightly alter the, thing, but I should be able to put the XL parachute in there. There. This is going to be difficult to use, but we should get this mission done, which is what we're trying to do. Revert to launch. Man. There we go. This time's a lot stabler. Wow. Considerably stabler. I guess that fixed the problem that we had there. Just having that cargo thing there. That's awesome. Because we're able to accelerate a lot quicker, I'm going to go ahead and bring us basically to a position where we're barely accelerating. There we go. That way we get really high really quick. And you know, that's what these things are. That's good. That's good. I want you to not have... Oh, it saved it. Here. So this has to be at 3,000 meters. Go wait a minute, no. Or not 3,000, 7,000, sorry. So we're almost there, just got another 1,200 meters to go. There. Done. Close it. I'm using the gears, or the the gear to slow us down a little bit. So we was why I opened them. In reality, those would have broken off. We're still really hot, so I'm gonna go ahead and pitch straight now. That way we lose speed, we lose altitude at max. And when I pull up, these wings are gonna bend a little bit. Just due to the nature of the G-force I'm gonna accelerate it through. So at around 2,000 meters, I'll pull up. Actually, I think it needs a bit more than that. Oh, bad. If anybody has ever seen those videos where people go in and attempt to withstand the G-forces in a plane, that G-force we just did would have crushed his skull. It was way into the red. It's like nearly 15 G. It's like, oh my god. You can activate it so the G's do affect your curvels, whatever. We'll get a little bit of science on this maneuver as well. So I need to go ahead and whoa. I need to slow down. Please be science, please be science, please be science. Observe, Mr. Just 6 science. Nothing. Nothing. Did I take a crew report over here? Yeah. Okay, we got a little bit of science this time. When I land on the air pad, I'm more for the landing pad, the runway. Sorry. I'll go ahead and do some science there as well. So you can do science on the runway. I believe it counts as a biome. No, what we have to do is actually land on the body then. Sorry, I have to concentrate a little bit. This craft's not as stable as our old craft. So let's see if there's anything here. Yay, from the wrong way. So it does take into account this is a different biome. You can also do it from like the roof of the VAB and whatnot. So that was that mission done. Finally. We got 106 signs from that. 22,000 funds. Still not quite enough to do that. One sec. Sorry about that. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get this. That way we can do more science. It may not seem like a lot more science, but there is quite a bit more science you can do with that. Why do you ask? You can do more science? Well, you can get out of the aircraft. Yay, I got it right. We don't need that one actually. Is there a cost difference? For $350. That one's cheaper. Perfect. Alright, let's go do some more science, shall we? But first, let's get rid of the parachute that's in here. What should we actually put in there? Can probably rip it off. For a science sheet. So slightly bigger. Ever so slightly bigger. That should be fine. So that gives us two more ways of doing science. A surface sample and the junior thing. So let's do the junior. Good, that's 75 science. Do an EVA. Extend the ladder. I'm gonna plant a flag here, that way it's easy to tell where the end of where this runway is. Oh, I can't do flags. EVA report. There we go. Can't plant flags yet. That's sad. Let me in. Thank you. Track the ladder. And yes, we're not going to move this one. We're going to reset the whole thing by just basically taking it back in and getting the funds from it. So let's just see how much we're actually spending on this craft. We're getting around 22,000 funds from it. Plenty of signs from it though. So 23,000 funds that time. So let's just see how much we're actually spending on that. 1 second. It's got quite a bit of science, so let me just what should we get? Where's the next engines at? Oh, that's 300 science. Actuators. That's fuel systems, propulsion systems, heavier rocketry, very heavy rocketry, which gives you the actual big one I went and looked, and this thing's actually bigger than the mainsail, which is kind of funny. That gives you more electronics, a relay antenna. We'll want this sometime soon. But I think, oh, we can't even get that right now. Never mind. We were gonna get that, but can't. Let's go get some more science, shall we? So we're getting 23,000 from not flying that thing at all. This thing costs 23,000, so we're not actually making any money here. Unfortunately. What do you want? I gotta trash it. So, the only thing we're making is science. We need money to be able to continue along our current path.
Oh,
Tourist. Position. Ooh. Okay. You could also go here, do some fundraising campaign. I want to do it 25%. That way we can. What does this do? It's one science. I don't honestly know what reputation even does in career mode. I know it does something in science mode. It gives us 1,000 funds per one reputation, which is nice. So, let's go get some more science, why not? This is our science craft right now. Sorry. Let's go do this from an island or something. So, where should we go? That's close enough for this aircraft. I know there is a way of showing the biomes. No. Oh, go away. Biomes visible. There it is. So let's just show the biome, shall we? There's a biome way down there. Let's go to there. Can't miss that waypoint, damn. So it's basically just directly slightly south. So it's like in that direction, I do believe. No, that'd be that direction. So it's towards the mountain. Let's go towards the mountains, which is over there. Let's just hope this thing's still as stable as it was. Seems to be. Yep, it is. Cool. Alright, so just get up to, I don't know, cruising altitude of, let's just say, 4,000 meters? So yes, this episode is basically going to be science instead of funds. Funds are going to be basically something that's going to be difficult to get, I guess. Unless I want to ferry people around, which I can't do with this craft. I could modify it, take this thing off, take these things off, and put a crew cabin there. I don't know if I actually have that or not, so we'll see. Yeah. We shall see. But yeah. It's going to be a bit of a long flight, so, yeah. I'll get a bit of a thing there. Not quite at orbital velocity. Orbital velocity, yeah, sure. We're at orbital velocity for, Midmas. There's only one intake. I probably should have changed these two to intakes as well. Well, is 100%, so it doesn't really matter. Trying to get it to not raise too fast at all. But the configuration of the engines is making that difficult. We're actually going pretty much straight towards the middle of it. So this is probably this biome here. This entire biome here. So, yeah. This just looks cool. There's another really big biome over here, but that's like on the other side of the planet, pretty much. We would have to use a spacecraft to get there. I mean, we could fly there, but it would take a long time. May even run out of fuel. As long as the things land it, we can recover it, so, you know. So it's that area up there that's a different biome. Kind of like a J.J. Abrams Enterprise with that thing up there, and then a normal Enterprise here. Star Trek. If you guys wouldn't, if you guys weren't understanding what I was trying to say there. Just turn slightly over. Sure, aircraft. That's slightly over. Probably go towards, I don't know. Oh, I see it. I can see the difference now. You see that little wider area? Yeah, that's where we're going. I do believe. Yeah, that looks like it. Still in the islands right now. But we have a complete signal to the turbine. Oh, because we don't have a freaking antenna. That's why. Should really fit this thing with an antenna just in case. Slowly but surely getting there. By the way, I am trying my hand at editing, so in the near future, my episodes may get quite a bit longer as I learn to edit. The reason why I'm not doing it right now is I actually don't know how to, so I'm just learning with some test videos I've been recording that are like about a minute and a half long. Just the reason why I'm recording very short videos instead of using these longer ones is because it takes a while to process. So I really don't want to have to be waiting for a very long video to be output and then find out that it's jittery or the video is flashy, those type of things. So I'd rather use short videos to find my settings and how to do it, and then apply that to the bigger video. I put out an unlisted video a couple days ago. For me, today is Friday for me. This is going up today, so hopefully you will see it today. If not, it came out this week that this video came out. Anyways, it showed what I'm using. It's called HitFilm Express, HitFilm 4 Express. It's a good piece of software. It's hard. It's really hard to understand it. Like I used to use Media's Movie Maker, but I found that the only thing I was doing was switching it from what is now MP4 to AVI. So that's really not much. Once I start editing, it'll be in the proper codec, so it won't take as long to upload. So that'd be good. Once I actually do that, I'll start uploading about 2 videos a day. It'll be this, and I'm planning on doing another Mass Effect 3 run through. This time properly. That run through, I must admit, wasn't very good. I missed quite a bit of the story. So yeah. I did originally want to do a Mass Effect 1 and 2 playthrough, however, Mass Effect 1 won't run on Windows 10. I've never been able to get it to run. So, you know, that's a problem. We're in the volume. So let's just take it in the air. That was actually, yeah, cool, low pressure, cool. So let's go ahead and dive down and land. Looks like there's a bit of a landing strip right there. It's a little bumpy here, surprisingly. It is a desert, so I wouldn't assume it would be bumpy here. Get over those rods before we land. Landing on uphill isn't very fun. You can do it, but it's not fun. Perfect. Open this. Study Fire Science. I don't know what I'm not getting a max for. That's kind of weird though. Let's do you. Seems to hate it here. That's hilarious. Log temperature. Log pressure. Okay. Crew report. Let's extend the ladder this time before we get the person out. Because, you know, that's useful. Good. EVA. Do you take a surface sample? And an EVA report. we go. Track the ladder. Close doors. Turn that gas back on. We have just enough fuel to get back. This is KSP here. However, that'll have to do it for this episode, so, I'll have to land this thing. 1 second. Unfortunately, all the time I have something I have to do in about 20 minutes, so I actually can't extend this episode any further. So let's just land. Oh, I almost forgot to look at the clock. Yeah. See, that's how you land on. You have to pull up a little bit to land on the surface. What are these signs here? Even if it was, I don't think we could take any. Review data. Review data. Review data. Review. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Sorry for the cliffhanger. We took a little bit longer than I hoped for this episode. If you really liked the episode, go ahead and hit the like button. If you really liked it, go ahead and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.